जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहार जय राधा जय कुंज विहार जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधर जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहार जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण आराम से हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 बाल ना 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 वाह कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मत्ता परतरं नान्या किंचिदस्ति धनंजय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं श्रुते मणिगणा इव O conqueror of wealth, Arjuna, there is no true superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. So to understand this, first we should see the sequence. It's a very important chapter, 7th chapter. First 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita and the last 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita is like a sandwich. The cream is in the middle. And 7th chapter is a very beautiful chapter, very sweet chapter. It begins with the famous verse, Maya sakta manapartha yogam yunjamadashaya asamshrayam samagra mam yatha gyasidatashano. And then Krishna says that become attached to me. This kind of yoga you do. And if you do this kind of yoga, that is bhakti yoga, you will understand me in full, without a doubt. Okay? Very nicely explained. And after this, Krishna says that whatever you see material, spiritual is coming from me. This is developing on that. And the Krishna keeps developing this point. It says that finally in this world, what is there? There are 8 energies. The material. First Krishna talks about matter, which you can see. And he explains, Bhumi apo anulo vayu kham mano buddhi evacha ahankara ityame binna prakriti ashtada. Divides the world into 8 energies, earth, water, fire, ether, and mind, intelligence is false ego. That's it. And then Krishna says, beyond this, there is spiritual energy of mind, that is a soul. Jiva bhuta mahabhava yayedam dharite jagat. So beyond this inferior energy, superior energy of mind, which is maintaining the whole universe. And after this, Krishna talks about that there is nothing higher to me. Matta paratara na anyat. Very, very important shloka. Now, many times when Prabhupada was preaching in India, Prabhuji iska eko nikal do. When Prabhupada was preaching in India, he had this problem that many people used to challenge him. Around the world, it was fantastic. The whole world accepted. Whoever came to forward, they accepted. Krishna is the Supreme Personality, no doubt. But in India, Swamiji, but not only that, Prabhupada has to shout many times, can we accept the authority of Bhagavad Gita? No, that Ananda says this, you can play football, you can read Gita, all is same. That Ananda Swami says this, that Swami says this. Abba. Prabhupada said, who is a greater authority? Is it that Swami Ananda is greater authority or Krishna is greater authority? Krishna is greater authority. No, this common sense was lacking. Here Krishna is clearly saying, there is nothing higher than me. How can you bring all these things? Correct? It's very simple. And then the Bhagavad Gita is over. If you accept this point, Bhagavad Gita's work is only this much. To convince you Krishna is the supreme authority, you become subservient to him, Gita is over. That's all the Bhagavad Gita is trying to teach. A, B, C, D. And then you go to the Bhagavatam, where we try to understand the pastimes of Krishna. Bhagavad Gita doesn't talk about Krishna's pastime. It tries to establish the fact that Krishna is the supreme authority. But then immediately when Krishna is the supreme authority, there is a conclusion. What is that? You have to serve him. Now how do we say that? Just like in election time, what does the person say? He says, give me vote. I'll serve you. He's cheating you. He wants votes to serve himself. Correct? And you are also giving votes so that he can serve me. By end of it, what happens? You are serving him. So instead of serving all these fools, why don't you serve Krishna? Why don't you be intelligent? You have to serve somebody. So better serve Krishna. That is intelligence. And if you are not serving anybody, you are serving something. What is that? Your own senses. Your senses are constantly dictating and you're serving them. Correct? So we are not escaping this path of service. That is always there. You cannot escape that. Okay? So Krishna is the original supreme authority. In Bhagavatam also that says, Ete Shamsa Kala Pumsas Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. That Krishna is the greatest authority. That Pankha bhi awaaz kar, thoda kam karo. Krishna is the greatest authority. There should be no doubt on it. Bhagavatam, in the first canto, there is a chapter, Krishna is the source of all incarnation. It lists various incarnations. One after another, it gives a list. It talks about all the kind of various. There are 6 kind of incarnations of God. There are Leela Avataras, Purusha Avataras, Guna Avataras, 6 Shaktivesh Avataras. And Bhagavatam concludes, after listing 23 of them, it says, one thing I want to tell you. Even though we listed Krishna as one of the 23 incarnations, Krishna is not an incarnation. He is not avatar. He is avatari. He is the origin of incarnations. Ete cha amsakala pumsas Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. He is Swayam Bhagavan. He is the original personality of God. Some people feel that beyond Krishna is Vishnu Narayana. That is also wrong. Because Krishna is the origin of Narayana, not Narayana is the origin of Krishna. General understanding is there because this world is managed by Vishnu. Shiro Dakshay Vishnu manages this world. Therefore Krishna says that Ek Amshena Sito Jagat, my one Amsha is managing this whole world. You can understand how great God is. Not small thing. God is not such a cheap thing. I am God, you are God. One Amsha of God maintains this whole universe. One Amsha is so great. Krishna is so great. Krishna expands to Balaram. Balaram expands to Chatuvya, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Vasudeva. And then Sankarshana expands to Narayana. Then Narayana expands to Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Vasudeva. And then Sankarshana expands to to Mahavishnu, Karnodakshay Vishnu. Karnodakshay Vishnu expands to Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Garbhodakshay Vishnu expands to Shirodakshay Vishnu, which is maintaining this world. Imagine how great is Krishna. Millions of universes are coming out of the body of the Lord, and He is expansion of the expansion of the expansion of the expansion of the Lord. So Krishna's position is very exalted. Even Vishnu does not show 4 qualities which Krishna shows. Krishna shows exquisite beauty. Krishna shows the flute, playing flute. Vishnu holds Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. He doesn't hold flute. And then Krishna has very intimate pastimes, particularly the pastime with the gopis. And he has very, very, very intimate devotees. These 4 Madhurya, Rupa, Venu, Leela and Madhuryas are all with Krishna, not with Vishnu. Vishnu exhibits 60 opulences, Krishna shows 64. So when he says Matta Parataran Anyat, not even Vishnu is above him. He is even above Vishnu. So imagine when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is a contribution. He established a supreme position of Krishna. Generally people do not know. I see even Vaishnava Sampradayas, Hari Sarvottam, they say. Okay, that is okay. But what is Hari? When I ask, they get confused. They are not able to say Hari. The Narayana is also expansion of Krishna. Because Krishna Loka was not revealed by any Acharya. That is revealed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is there in the Bhagavatam, the Goloka. Goloka eva nivishati akilatma bhuta devi mahesha haridham ishiteshu. Brahma Samhita Brahma says there are 4 dhamas. We are in the Devi Dhama now. Devi Dham. Take a material world where Maya is beating us nicely. How it is beating us? Adhyatmika, Adhibhautika, Adhidevika Klesha. Like you are in a jail and the danda daily you are getting. And then above the Devi Dhama is the place of misery, is Mahesha Dhama. There is no misery there. But at Mahesha Dhama, you have forgotten desire for sense gratification. You have given up the desire for sense gratification. but you have no desire to serve Krishna. So, soham, I am soul, you land up in Mahesh Dhama. Devi Dhama, Mahesh Dhama. But then above that, if you develop, most of the people, they say rip, rest in peace, go Mahesh Dham. There is no activity. But then above that is Vaikuntha Dham, where you can do Hari Dham, where you can do wonderful service to the Lord as a devotee. That's also very nice. But above that is Goloka Dham, where Krishna has such an intimate relation to you, you don't even know he is God. He hides that also. And you have the most intimate relationship to Krishna. So there are how many Dhamas? Devi Dhama, then Mahesh Dhama, Vaikuntha Dhama, and Golok Dhama. So what is the qualification? When you die, you leave the world with the desire to enjoy this world, you are going to be in Devi Dham. So you have to advance. You have to become a nice, you have to purify your heart. Otherwise, you are stuck here. Prabhupada says a single material desire, you're going to stay in this world. It's not a joke. Therefore, Krishna consciousness is a necessity. Whole life is a preparation, death is the examination. Correct? So, at that time, even slightest of material desire will, and then we know we are in a situation presently, and mirrors of material desires, therefore we have to become serious. Okay? In this world, what do the people want? They want money and they want opposite sex to enjoy. If these two things are predominant in your mind, be sure you're staying in this world. Devi Dham. And anywhere a Devi Dham is not auspicious, because you will be beaten. And the inconvenience of birth and death will harass you. Take it? Therefore, it is not recommended, Devi Dham. And above Devi Dham is Mahesh Dham, because some people understand this much, that sense gratification is not good. This much they understand. Anyway, there is no happiness in it. Take it. And they don't have any plan of sense to coming to this world. They are fed up, frustrated. But they have no desire to serve Krishna. You land up in Mahesh Dham. Generally, they cultivate knowledge. Soham, I am not body. Tattvamasi. And interestingly, they generally worship Lord Shiva. You see most of these people. Mahesh Dham, go to Mahesh Dham, good. He will take care of you. Prabhupada says Lord Shiva is very kind to people who commit suicide, because he is by nature very merciful. Therefore, he is Bhutanath. He goes to, because ghosts are the most troubled people. Ghost is there. And the most troubled people, because they lack material bodies. And with all material desires, if you don't have a material body, it's a torture. You are harassed. And then there are another people who commit suicide. Is the people who commit suicide is Mayavadis. They want to give up their individuality. They want to merge into God, and they want to forget their individuality. They say we should not have desire, we should not have ego. Both are wrong. Without desire, you are a stone, not a living entity. Kill desires. You cannot kill desires. Don't do that. Then you are a stone. Have good desires. Who is saying kill desire? Have good desires. Okay? And then they say we should not have desire, and this world is an illusion. Very funny conclusion. This world is a dream. This world is neither a dream, neither it's an illusion. It's a fact. It's a temporary fact. Madhvacharya gave this argument. The God is truth. Whatever creation by him is also truth. It cannot be illusion. It's a fact. If God is fact, his creation is also fact. Correct? That's a very important conclusion by Madhvacharya, which defeats Mayavada philosophy, because their foundation is broken. They say this word is a dream. I gave a simple argument. How can it be dream? Both of us cannot have the same dream. The word is a dream. How it is not reasonable. Your dream and my dream every night is different. Is it same? And not we two. All of us here, we are having the same dream. That's called, don't insult my intelligence. It's the true, what Shastra says, sometimes inconceivable, but it should not be illogical. It's not dogmatic, it's reasonable. Whatever Shastra says is reasonable. So then here, so this doesn't work. So then goes to Haridhama. When you agree, I am subordinate to the Lord, and you develop a desire to serve Him, then you go to Haridham. And then, if your desire to serve is very intense, you go to Golok Dham. Now, none of you know how long you're going to live. This examination, just like some colleges or some teachers who are notorious for giving surprise quiz. Krishna also gives surprise quiz only because no date is fixed. And generally surprise quiz is just 2%, 5%. His exam is 100%. And it comes suddenly. Agree? Duck, it comes. So you have to be ready. Always you have to be ready. Therefore, we do not know how serious we have to be. Acharyas know how. Turnam yatet anumrittu vyaya. Quickly underway before death comes. Prabhupada says that way. Now repeated 100 times, but it needs, see, whatever we tell is not something new. Just like some friend tells you, yaar, exam aa rahe hain 15 तारीख को. He's still your good friend. You know that, but he's making you a bit serious about it. You got it? ऐसा नहीं है मंदिर गए उन्होंने बताया मृत्यु होती है. अरे हमको पता नहीं था मृत्यु होती है, मालूम था. But they made us serious. When Prabhupada was coming to India, they asked him, you go to teach in India also Krishna consciousness? Prabhupada said, in India? What is there to teach? They all know, but they're not following anything. Correct? In India, it's not that nothing new. We all know, but we are not following anything. That's the problem. And another problem is that we do not hear to the right places. We hear anybody, everybody, and get confused. And then we reject everything. Who told you to do that? You hear proper authority. So now, it's therefore, it's for us, time is limited for us, and it is for us very important to decide whether I want to make permanent solution and achieve success of my life.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.